Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is, gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can place it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Seattle Seahawks. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
44-yard line.
Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun is Eason. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Eason is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the gun, Eason. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run it here with Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Eason to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And that goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Washington.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They go play action. Mariota. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. 7 yards to pick up there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this one caught by Max Williams. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Play fake. Mariota going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit. And try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun, Eason. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away. incomplete.
Intended for number 16. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He's brought down.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Eason got an open man. It's Michael Gallup, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Eason sets to throw it. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eason. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Eason. That's caught by Hollister. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing after the interception. Eason over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 12. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. On 1st down, Jacob Eason got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
44.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that
by the
is
time
one
we have to leave the booth.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Washington.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Mariota. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Number 10.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
Right here. Tight end right. One. 57. Mike, 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Mariota. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Mariota again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Davante Adams.
Davante Adams there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Let's get off the field, D. Check
1st and 10, Eason. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Last 50 seconds, right. Here we go. Check nine. One.
On second down, Mariota again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now they're going option play on 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And some room to roam now. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards.
Down Washington.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got it at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the curl.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
It's gonna be a long day. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. You better be afraid of me. You better be. 60 Bison. Check smash.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Second down, here's Eason. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
44, Mike, 44. Ready? Fofo's and Mike. Mike's Fofo. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we... Get set for the 4th quarter of very... one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that. Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mariota. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes this Washington 56. Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Here's Eason to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Eason on second down. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Mariota looking deep for Adams. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and
no let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
54's Mike.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
by number 10.
From a yard out. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Eason. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For number 16.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
70. Seahawks, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up second and 10.
To throw on second down, Eason. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Seahawks on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Eason. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Eason. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard, his 2nd sack of the night. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And it'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to will
get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Sam Hubbard in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Eason. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And that is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing here, Mariota. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete.
We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Play fake. Mariota. That's going to be caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
1-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Mariota. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Washington.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And his kick is good.
It's this Washington 8. Seahawks nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's